Now, I don't know about you. I said this the other night in Cleveland, and it is where I am. My mother was a high school English teacher. I remember my mother staying up the wee hours of the morning grading papers and then working on the weekend or lesson plans. I remember those days. I remember how dedicated my mother was to her students. Nothing's changed. That's where public school teachers are this day to day. But for some reason, in your state and in many others, we've got a governor who thinks that, well, hell, we got to have a CEO run this thing. So by the way, Youngstown, we're taking your school district. That's wrong. Gosh, I kind of thought the Republicans always preached local control.
That's right.
I'll tell you what local control is. Local control is community families working together, deciding exactly what kind of education you want for your kids. I don't know about you. I'm not a charter school guy. I'm a public school guy. Why is it that the Republicans have to have profit with everything? Nothing's any good unless you make $1. You know what's great about public education, and it's very profound? When the doors open, everybody's welcome. Yes. The rich, the poor, the challenged, the talented. That's what made this country great. But you know what we're doing right now? We are picking and choosing neighborhoods as to who keeps their school open because their tax base isn't good enough to keep that neighborhood school open. So we're going to let this neighborhood in Chicago die. We're going to let this neighborhood in Chicago die. And if you think that that's not the mission of charter schools down the road by these people that want to make $1, you got another thing coming. That is the big mission. They are okay with failure of some. They have the philosophy that not every kid's going to make it. It's not up to us as to whether every kid's make it. It's up to us to make sure that every kid has that opportunity to make it. And that's what they're stealing. I was mentioning the grocery store. Teaching school isn't walking in, picking the best strawberries, picking the best blueberries, getting the best lettuce. What comes in the door comes in the door. And we have to have the moral commitment as a country, as a state, as a community to make sure when those kids come in that door, they are afforded absolutely every opportunity at a great, not a good, but a great education and a great opportunity. But the philosophy that the Republicans and the conservatives have is they want to cut themselves into a product. Their whole answer is to always cut. Everything's a cut. Got to cut your pay, got to cut your hours, got to cut your pension, got to cut your schools, got to cut your budgets. And that's what your guy Kasich has done. Now, we kicked his ass on Measure 5, Senate Bill 5. Well, guess what? There's more where that came from. And that's the attitude we got to have. Now,